This is Gabriel for Cage Side Press here with top heavyweight contender Ryan Bader. Ryan, a year ago we were talking to you. You were going to fight King Mo, then maybe Mitrione. Now we're here. Has it been easy? You know, just the patience part of it to get to the final? Has it moved along like a regular year of your career? Talk to me about the different experience of being in the tournament for so long.
It's kind of a regular year, but I got to look at from the outside and see these different dates, you know, and see the end, light at the end of the tunnel with this, you know, final fight. So for me, it's been super cool. I got to keep my head down, and this is what I've been doing my whole life, you know, with wrestling tournaments. You know, I've been in these bracketed tournaments, seasons. You know, we've always started in October and ended in March in a big finale. You know, the national championship. So it's kind of been another year, but I've been extra motivated because I've known what fights I have. You know, I know who I'm going to face next. Where when you're fighting and you go and win a fight, usually it's months and months before you even know an opponent or a date. You know, so that's the only difference.
Now, you are still the light heavyweight champion. You've been living a year of good eating, I'm assuming, getting to stay at heavyweight. Have you even thought about, you know, 205, or are you just like, you know what, I don't know if I could give that up just to go back down and make 205 again?
We'll see what happens. You know, it's one of those things where go out here and get a win and be a two-division champion. You know, I want to keep doing stuff that not a lot of people are doing, defending it. But it's one of those things we'll have to see, like where I go from here. I got a fight in front of me though right now, you know, so I got to go out there and do that first and foremost. And I'm looking to do that, looking to get it done. And it's one of those things where I haven't thought too much about it, but I'm sure Bellator has a plan for me. And if that coincides with ours and we can get it done, let's do it.
Now, in your career, a lot of people like to point at the few setbacks you've had. I personally feel like the last year, people are kind of putting it back into context about the competition you were facing, just how good you were during your, obviously, the UFC run, and then now moving up as a heavyweight. Do you feel like for yourself, when fans talk to you, when people talk about you, that the narrative has changed about just how great Ryan Bader is?
A little bit, you know, but my team knows that. I know that. People around me know that. But I mean, with the whole thing, I haven't lost 2 fights in a row my whole entire career, besides one time, and that was a kind of a low point in my career where I'm like, all right, I need to change some stuff, you know. And so from then on out, you know, I've had some losses, but I've always learned and you know, changed from those losses. And a lot of times I'm like, you know, I didn't know exactly, you know, what I was doing in there earlier in my career. I was tough, whatever, but you know, for me, I feel like I'm hitting my stride now, and it's perfect timing. You know, I'm here, I get to do this, and fight one of the greatest heavyweights of all time for the heavyweight championship.
Final question. He's obviously very stoic. What do you think he's thinking about? Because we all have tried for many years, we just don't know.
No clue, but, you know, we know he has that drive. You know, we've seen it in this tournament, you know, and he wants to go in there and take you out as soon as possible. You know, that's what I get from, you know, but at the same time, he's respectful. He represents himself in the sport very well. And then, you know, it's one of those things where it's a cool experience for me, and we get to get it on, and I get to be part of his story, and he gets to be part of mine.
Ryan, we're looking forward to it on Saturday. Best of luck. It's going to be a good one.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks always, man.